The most common vocalization you're going to hear from a buck perspective is just a simple contact grunt. It's usually how I start out in almost every calling sequence whenever I am working with a live deer that's in front of me, for sure. And the reason I do this call is I like to refer to it as a contact grunt. All it is simply an identification noise or vocalization that one buck will make as he's entering into a new area, or he'll make to another buck, really to identify him as a particular deer within that pecking order. And all it is just a simple, it could be slid up higher into the buck range where you're getting close to the doe range. It could be slid way down deep if you're trying to imitate a more mature buck. But in general, I'm trying to match that vocalization with the age of that deer. So let's just take a 2.5 or a 3.5-year-old buck, for example, that I want to make that sound. I'm going to slide it about mid-range on the call, and I'm just going to hit it just real simple, a real quick burst of air. It sounds like this. And that's all there is to it, a real simple grunt. It's non-aggressive. It means nothing more than, hey, I'm a deer that's in the area. The strategy behind using a contact grunt is simply when I'm not sure what mood a deer is in, or depending on the time of the year, I'm going to hit that contact grunt just to see what kind of reaction I get out of a deer. If I see a deer stop and see his ears swivel towards me, I know I've got his attention with a contact grunt. And from there I can discern whether he's going to become a more dominant buck and try to approach me, or whether he just wants to identify what age structure I might be. That's where you'll get into the more advanced types of calling, where you get into longer, deeper grunts and try to imitate different age class deer, depending on what type of deer you're hunting, what age class deer you're hunting in your area.